All right, Shalom. First off and foremost, as always, I want to say, Call Loim Malai Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, and Kakwadash. Double honor, double honors being to the elder apostles of Great Millstone that do rule and teach well. And a Shalom to you, Ankim out there that's pushing this truth through the spirit, through the power, and through the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, and Kakwadash. Shalom to the 144,000, the elect. Okay, so this lesson is going to be titled You versus You. Okay, you versus you. And I just want to do a quick lesson going in about, how this we're in the spiritual fight, we're in the spiritual battle. And hey, you are your biggest enemy. Slakia. You are your biggest enemy, and that's one thing, coming, being the truth, that's one thing that you have to realize, that you are your biggest enemy. That you got to be your biggest critic. You got to be on top of yourself. You got to be, you just got to be, how can I say, you got to be, well, for lack of better words, you got to be on your ass, on your own ass, if you will, and the only way, that that's gonna happen is what, self-examination, and actually, I'll start off with that. 2 Corinthians, what's that? Let me just look it up. Examine. Oh, yep. The 2 Corinthians 13 and verse 5, and it says, examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves, how that Yahweh Shai Mashiach is in you, except ye be reprobates? Right, man. Examine yourselves. Scrutinize yourself. Scrutinize yourself. Okay, because in this walk, in this truth, you have to know, what's evil for you. You have to know, what's expedient for you. Okay, you have to know yourself, man. But that's why, going back to the title, that's why it's called You versus You. Okay, and real quickly, let me go into this word examine. All right, 1 second. Now listen to Blue Letter Bible. Okay, and the word examine.
Strong's G 3985, Pyradzo.
Pairazo. Okay, and it says to try, make trial of, to test, for the purpose of ascertaining his quality, or what he thinks, or how he will behave himself. Okay, he says craftily, to put to the proof his feelings or judgments, to try test one's faith, virtue, character by enticement to sin. Okay, and he says of the temptations of the devil, right? And this truth, yeah, man, the truth. That's why the scriptures say, prepare thy soul for temptation. And that word temptation, it means the enticement to sin. And you gotta spiritually have, your guard up in this truth, if you know what if you get what I mean. Constantly having your head in the swivel, spiritually, of course. Because Satan, man, he's tricky. If you not on point, if you not, you know, if you don't have your guard up, he'll get you, man. That's why, you always, you gotta walk circumspectly. That's why you gotta just, stay in your P's and your Q's, as the saying goes. Okay. And it says, let's see what else it says. Let's see. Now, right here it says to scrutinize, right? Scrutinize, like I was saying earlier, scrutinize. You got to scrutinize yourself. Discipline. And real quick, the word scrutinize, just look it up on Google. It says to examine or inspect closely and thoroughly, examine carefully, right? You gotta scrutinize yourself. The things that you want to work on is truth. The things that you want to, you know, what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? The things that you want to, cut off. Things of that nature. Because, hey, man, we're in the time of the Pesach, the time of the Passover. And during the Pesach, we're not, we're not to have any leaven in the house. Okay. But going a little bit deeper, you don't want to have any, leaven in your house, meaning, in your spirit, your body. Okay. You don't want to carry any spiritual leaven within yourself. You want to purge that leaven out. That's why Yahweh Shai said it's good to fast, but he said, but these don't go away but through prayer and fasting, and it says right here, it says discipline. Okay. And right here, the discipline, it says control, self-control, the practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior. Okay. A branch of knowledge, typically one studied in higher education. Okay. And the word disciple, the word discipline goes into the word disciple. Okay. So that's, the whole gist of this lesson, to realize that it's you versus you. Okay. And you got to realize the things that's evil for you, the things that, are beneficial for you, and the things that are not beneficial for you. Okay. Now, of course, that's going to come through, with growing pains, making mistakes in the truth, because, you're going to make mistakes, we're in the flesh. Okay. But that's why the scriptures say a righteous man falls 7 times, but get back up. Okay. Like the old saying goes, it's not how you start, but how you finish, having the spirit of perseverance. Okay. So back to the verse, and it says, examine yourselves whether you be in the faith. Prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves, right? You don't know your own self, And that's one thing too, when you come to the truth, when you first come in, we have to realize that we are coming from the world and we are shedding off the old man. You see? That's why the scriptures say, let's get this real quick. Okay, new creature in Yahweh Shai. Okay. This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 5, verse 17. Let's see. Wait, this the one I want? Let me just double check. See, 2 Corinthians. Salakia, bear with me here. Okay, this is it. This is 2 Corinthians 5 and 17, and it says, therefore, if any man be in Yahweh Shai, he is new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. Right now let's get that in the NLT. Okay, 2 Corinthians 5 and verse 17 in the NLT, and it says, "This means that anyone who belongs to Yahushua Mashiach has become a new person. The old life is gone, a new life has begun." Right. So my point is that once you become, once you come to this truth, you have to shed off, you start to shed off that old man, and that old life is behind you. You see, and that and you are now beginning to be that new creature in Yahushua, and now your new life has begun in this truth. Okay, that's why the scriptures say, when I was a child, I did childish things, but when I became a man, how does it go? When I was a child, I did childish things. Let me just get it real quick. Salakia, man. And Salakia, if this is all over the place, Lord's word, this lesson is edifying to the Lord's sheep. Okay. This is 1 Corinthians 13 and 11. It says, "When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child," right? "I thought as a child," right? Before the truth, you did childish things. Hell, even first coming in the truth, because when you first come in the truth, you're still new to this thing. You're not seasoned in the truth. It's like, you coming, it's like a rookie, in the basketball team. He doesn't, know everything. He doesn't know all the plays yet. He doesn't know the ins and outs of everything yet. He's still learning, you see? And hell, even once you get in the truth and you get, a little season, you're still learning. Okay, there's always, room for growth. But the point is that when you first come in, you still gonna do, childish things, things that you would do, as a newborn babe, if you will, right? As a Gentile, if you will, right? And it says, "When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things." Right? We became that new man. When you became that new creature, anyhow was shy. You put away that old shit. That childish shit. Okay. And that's why, like I said, that's why this lesson is titled "You versus You." Okay. Spiritual battle, is definitely getting harder. It's definitely increasing. Okay, but that's how you know that we're getting closer to the end, because the end is near. Okay, and before something, before you reach your the finish line, your goal is gonna get harder. Just like a video game. Not saying this truth is like a video game, but using this analogy, when you're in a video game and it gets harder and more difficult, that's how you know you reach, you're towards the end, because the boss levels, get harder. You see, so we are definitely at the end. Okay, and what a better time now to get right. You see, so we gotta continue to keep pushing, keep striving, and keep keep our crown. Okay, and speaking of that, let's grab that real quick. This is Revelation 3 and verse 11, and it says, "Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take that crown." All right, and that man is you. You see, that man is that's you, man. All right, don't let this flesh, don't let Satan, overtake you. Okay, because in this world, man, it's so fucking easy to be wicked. Because we live in a wicked world. That's why, demons, mess with you, try to, infiltrate your mind, your spirit, you see, but you can allow that. That's why we send up prayers, to Yahweh Shema Shai, That's why we fast, constantly meditating on the kingdom, and being delivered. You see? Let's read it one more time. Actually, let me get this in the I'm curious to see what the NLT says. Revelation 3 and 11, and it says, I am coming soon. Hold on to what you have, and what do we have? This truth, you know, so that no one will take away your crown, right, man? This truth, man. Hold fast what you have. This knowledge. The faith that you have. The faith that you have, anyhow, about Shema Shai. Don't let any demon, anyone out here, throw you off your A game. Don't let you throw you off your A game. Case in point, you versus you. Okay, and we can end it off on here. Okay, this is the book of Galatians, chapter 5 and verse 16. It says, this I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. Right, man? Walk in the spirit. Now, of course, it's easier said than done, because once again, we are in the flesh. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be some times when, you're going to indulge in, pleasurable things, right? We're not, I get it, but you have to have self-control, discipline. You got to have some form of self-restraint in this truth, because if you don't, then you'll just wither away, man. Okay? It has to come a time in this truth in your walk where you have to tell yourself enough is fucking enough. I had to tell myself that. I'm gonna be completely honest. Enough was a fucking enough. And you gotta come, to, a point in this truth where you gotta just own up to your own shit, man. And you gotta, rebuke the flesh. You gotta what's the old saying goes? Talk to the hand. You gotta put the hand in the face of the flesh, and lean more towards the spirit, man. Okay. And that's one thing too. In this world, people, that's one thing too. In this world, the flesh is highly promoted. You see, and the flesh being promoted here is a norm. The spirituality, if you will, and righteous things here are not promoted. That's why this place is wicked. This place has a bad vibration to it, because it's under the frequency of the wicked. Job 9:24. That's why this place is so damn lustful and so damn just disgusting. Okay, that's why you want to try your best to walk in the spirit. Okay. Now, like I said, 24/7, you're not always going to be in the spirit, but you want to do your best to be in the spirit. Okay. Verse 17, it says, here's the point I wanted to get at. It says, for the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. Okay, right? You got to realize that it's contrary. And once you get deeper in this truth, in this walk, you have to realize that the spirit and the flesh are two separate things. The flesh has a mind of its own, man. Okay, and the spirit is a whole different. Listen, man, it's a whole different ball game. Okay, you have to realize that. You got to realize when it's your flesh speaking, and when when it's your spirit that wants something. Okay, you got to realize when your spirit is hungry for something, and when your flesh is hungry for something, if you get what I mean when I say that, okay? Because they're two different things. All right, and let's grab that real quick, okay? In the NLT, I'm just curious to see what that says in this translation. Galatians 5:17, and it says, the sinful nature wants to do evil, right, man? Okay, damn, man. That's why we got to be delivered from this flesh. That's why we need those new bodies, man. That's why we have to have, the laws written in our inward parts, man, in our mind, in our heart. You see? It says the sinful nature wants to do evil, right, man? It's flesh, this filthy ass, vile flesh, man. These chains with darkness, which is just the opposite of what the spirit wants, right, man? It's completely opposite of what the spirit wants. The flesh wants to, constantly, indulge in sex and constantly eat and, do all kinds of things, man. While the spirit wants, completely opposite. The spirit wants to constantly serve Yahweh Shema Shai, constantly, praise his name, constantly, wants to fast to Yahweh Shema Shai, constantly wants to study, watch videos, do lessons, constantly wants to just be in the spirit. But sometimes the flesh can hold you back, and it says, and the spirit gives us desires that are the opposite of what the sinful nature desires. These two forces are constantly fighting each other. So you are not free to carry out your good intentions. Damn. You see? So it's like every time, you want to do something, in the spirit, do something good, that's spiritual and that's beneficial for the spirit, the flesh, it tries to just pull you back, and not do that. You see? But let it be something for the flesh, then, it's whatever, That's why we got to be staying locked in, man, and just be, keep our eyes on the prize, man. Okay? So don't let you take you out of the game. Okay? Don't let your flesh, take away your salvation. Don't let Satan, eliminate you, like, the wrestling match, the Royal Rumble. Don't let Satan eliminate you out this Royal Rumble. You got to endure to the end, because Yahweh Shai said what? He said, let's read it again. Let's read it one more time. Revelation 3 and verse 11. And it says, behold, I come quickly, right? Yahweh Shai is returning, man. Okay. 2024 is literally deemed by the elder Prophet Sahar, okay, the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. Okay. And we hope that all of these things happen, man. We hope that the MOTB comes quicker. So that, once that happens, things are going to just start, going. World War III can pop off, destruction, and then boom, deliverance. You see? It says, behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast. Right, man? That no man take thy crown. Right? That's in red letter. That's the words of Yahweh Shai Mashiach, man. Okay? So, I just want to put that out there on wax for the, Yahweh Shai sheep. If any brother, or one of you, you few sisters, was just going, through something to this effect. Because you never know, man. These epistles that we do in the spirit, these modern day epistles that we do in the spirit can strengthen a brother, or a sister out here, man, because we all going through it out here, So Lord's will, you edify through and spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. And I just want to say, call Lame La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakwadash. Double honor be unto the elder apostles of Great Millstone that do rule and teach well. All right. And shalom to you, Ankim, out there that's pushing this truth through the spirit, through the power, and through the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kakwadash. And once again, shalom to the elect, the 144,000. And with that, I say shalom.